The NFL owners' meetings concluded from Indianapolis this week, and our own Dan Parr was there to cover it. Dan, it's a weird time right now to have the owners' meetings. Obviously a lockout. The owners are in the news for all the wrong reasons with the legal wranglings going on. There's rules changes going on for games that we don't even know if they're going to be played or not. What was just the overall feeling like down there?
Well, it was a pretty dour tone overall, I would say. Roger Goodell spoke at the last day on Wednesday, and he said that the NFL is already feeling the effects of the lockout. He went over how the traffic is down on NFL.com. The ratings for the draft were not as good as they've seen in past years. Season ticket sales are lagging behind where they would be in a typical year. They're definitely feeling the effects of the lockout, and it's clear that they want to get a deal done, but there are no negotiations right now. There are no talks. Jeff Patch, general counsel for the NFL, spoke and said, listen, we need to get back to the negotiating table. They're headed back to mediation June 7th. He said the venue right now is artificial. So again, it doesn't give me a lot of hope that when they do get together and talk, anything's going to come out of it.
Yeah, it sure doesn't seem like it. We've seen pretty much zero progress almost since the lockout began back in March. But we hear these owners come out and talk, and different owners kind of take different tones. What was your impression that you got from the different guys? It seems like some owners kind of are taking a harder stance than others.
Yeah, I would say my feeling is a little mixed. They say the right things when they're speaking in public, but I just get the feeling that some owners really are prepared to have this last and potentially, wipe out preseason as we get closer to week 1. I think the owners hope that if there's not a deal by that point, that they're able to kind of break this players association,
whatever it's called,
whatever you want to call it, and that they'll be able to come to an agreement at that time when the threat of a game check actually really not being paid is very real at that point.
I mean, we hear him talk about, like you talked about, Jeff Patch said, they need to get a deal done. We hear Roger Goodell say it's all about getting back to the negotiating table. It doesn't sound like anything's really happening, though. I mean, is there any real hope that anything would happen in the near future?
What they're trying to do, I think, the NFL, is they want to change the perception. They want to change the tone of the whole debate. And Jeff Patch comes out and says we have to stop looking at this like there's going to be a winner and a loser. We're both going to have to sacrifice. Now that, again, saying the right things, it's great. Right. We'd love to see it, but that's not the way it is right now. They are looking at it as there is going to be a winner or a loser. That's why they're in court, and that's why they're going to let this whole thing play out before anyone moves a muscle in negotiation.
Yeah, we heard Ray Lewis say in an interview recently that it's all about egos, and it seems to be what it's like. Winners, losers, someone's got to win, someone's got to lose. No one wants to be on the bad end of that. So basically nothing for the foreseeable future. Looks like coming out of the owners' meetings, we'll just continue to wait, hope that a lockout eventually comes to an end. For the best coverage of the lockout and all of the NFL, be sure to follow us at ProFootballWeekly.com.